Subscribe to DrewTube.
1369. This is the Smash Round.
Ding, ding.
It's on. Hear that, DrewTube?
Yes,
It's
there
on.
that hurt.
All right. This is our final round.
Alright.
And either Karan or Eric, I need to break the tie to become the first DrewTube champion. All right. So, Karan.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to switch it up. Karan's gone first every time.
Yes.
Eric.
Consistency is good though.
Let's see. You know what? I got to keep them on their toes, right? That's my
Okay.
job as a host. You're next.
Alright, cool.
What music is the most popular around the world?
Wow.
You know, so think outside yourself and think about you being the same as that other guy on the other side of the planet. Practice what you preach. What's the most important or the most popular music all around the world, and why?
Okay. I am gonna be straight with you guys. I love all types of music. I love rock music, but I'm willing to admit the fact that right now, rock is not the most popular genre. Right now, a lot of it is like the hip hop, the dance, the R&B, a lot of that like Lil Wayne stuff, like all of that stuff in the club, like that's really
You're talking
popular
like
right now.
you're talking like R&B slash
Yeah,
pop, right?
yeah, club music. A lot of that
It's
dance
my
stuff.
kind of music.
Britney Spears, pop, dance music, like that's what's popular.
It's in your
right
face,
now.
right?
It's very in your face. Everywhere you turn on the TV, you don't see bands anymore, man. Like you don't really see a lot of bands playing that are super successful, that are new.
It's
They're
true.
they're all older bands
It's
that
true.
have been around the
Yeah,
block a few
more
times.
established, yeah.
So you're saying young hip hop, R&B?
Right now,
hip-hop,
yes.
R&B,
Right now,
contemporary.
dance, contemporary, R&B,
Dance and
R&B.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Dance
Dance music, R&B. Okay, I see what you're going with.
Tell us your opinion.
This should be interesting because you may have a much more outward view of what's going on in the world and not maybe just North America. Do you differ from him?
You know, matter of fact, it really is different because where I come from, Trinidad,
See?
Trini Stallion.
it's transitional, right? Like during a period of time, one genre of music will dominate.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, it's everything
Yeah.
comes around here too. But I mean, we're talking the world, and what do you think? Worldwide?
Right now, it's between dance and hip hop because right now there's a consistency, right? Because Young Money is dominating the place right now. Everywhere you go, it look is Young Money, Drake, Lil Wayne, Minaj, and these guys are like they're pushing out their material right round the clock. So like every time you turn on the station, you will be plugged into something. So I'll have to say it'll be dance, hip hop. It'll be
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do, and this is creative license if I'm a host. Essentially, you guys seem to have the same answer. Dance and hip hop, you could definitely say that they're sort of different genres.
Mm-hmm.
You used the word hip hop more than he did, and he used dance more than he did. So in the same, okay.
So I would I'll have to say dance. I'll stick to dance. I'll say
Okay.
that.
So, you guys both basically had the same answer before. He's got to make a decision, which means you guys both have to have a different answer. First thing that pops in your head, most popular music all across the world, Eric.
Dance.
Most popular music all across the world, Karan.
Hip hop.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
As the judge goes,
You come to judge.
I've got to go with our man here, Mr. Eric Campbell, because dance has swept the world
It's sweet.
For-
It's like disco all over again.
years.
Mm.
But it hasn't fizzled out the same as disco did in such
Yeah.
a short period of time. Dance
Disco
has
is
just
dead.
evolved and evolved and evolved and constantly will, because you can do so many things and it's so universal that people will never stop listening to it because it brings people together. Even though there are different genres of dance music, when you've got your house, when you've got your like kind of pop culture dance music,
Exactly.
when you've got your kind of like trance techno stuff,
Exactly.
but all that in one big dance genre has swept the world.
So there you go. They both gave interesting opinions. It took us a while to get there on the last one because their opinions were similar, so I had to get them to streamline it a little bit. However, there can only be one DrewTube champion. And Judge, tell our fans who took the game.
Today's inaugural champion is Mr. Eric Soupman Campbell.
Well done. Good job. All right, there you have it. Eric is the first DrewTube champion. Back to you, Nevena.
Our first DrewTube champion is...
Mr. Eric Soupman Campbell.
He will receive a bag of Skittles, courtesy of DrewTube.
Congratulations to our DrewTube champion, Eric Soupman Campbell. Well done, sir. Fantastic job. And enjoy your sour Skittles.
I will. DrewTube keeping it sexy.
Wow, wasn't that original? Sheila Walsh is the head of the radio broadcast program at Humber College. Walsh has worked on the air in Canadian radio and TV for 20 years. Now, Nicole Rogers interviews her about the media industry.
DrewTube presents.
Hi, I'm Nicole Rogers. If a broadcast student asked you, Sheila, which industry should I start my career, in radio or television, what would you say and why?
Well, I think they both have their pluses. I always like the route of going radio first and learning sound and learning communication, and then branching into television, because it's easier to go from radio to television than it is from television to radio. I heard someone the other day, I believe it was Steve Anthony, saying, you know, radio is a tell me medium and television is a show me medium. And they're completely different, but I believe radio is a better foundation for making that jump into television.
That was a good answer. Now, you have worked in both TV and radio. What field was more rewarding in terms of monetary gain, radio or TV?
I'm still waiting for that ship to come in, but you know, it depends. Radio I've done full time, and traditionally it's not a super duper paying medium unless you have a, you know, a major market morning show gig. Television, it's only been freelance. So freelance wise, you make good money. But I've never done it full time to reap the rewards of a full time television gig. So I guess the short answer is, you know, again, it depends. It depends on who's hiring you, what your job is, how prestigious it is. They both have room to make money, but you know, it's only a select few who actually make, you know, a lot of money.
Question 3. Is radio a dying medium, yes or no?
It is not a dying medium. As long as we are driving vehicles and having cars, radios in our car, it will never be a dying medium. In fact, you know, radio is exposed to 100% of the population, and recent figures have 94% actually tune into radio. So it's one of the mediums that's actually going very strong. It is in no way a sleeping giant or a dinosaur. It is out there in your face, and it is very viable and great for advertising and great for entertainment.
That's good to know. Question 4. In your opinion, who is the #1 host in show business today?
In the States, I would probably say, you know, for an entertainment variety stance, Ellen DeGeneres. She's great communicating and connecting with her audience, and I think that's the true passion of a good entertainer, is being able to connect to their audience. Here in Canada, we have so many. Of course, one of the radio broadcasting diploma students, graduates, George Drombolopoulos, he's great, and he's had a fantastic track record. Gosh, you know, there are so many. I don't even know really where to start. John Oakley is a fantastic talk show radio host. Again, it's all about connecting with the audience. And I think if you take those 3 or any other real famous, successful host in radio and television and showbiz, they connect with the audience. And the audience is the most important factor in becoming successful. And if you can make that connection, you do well.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this interview. That was Sheila Walsh, the head of the radio broadcast program at Humber College. I'm Nicole Rogers, and you're watching DrewTube, Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be. Back to you, Nevena.
Tell us your opinion.
I hope you enjoyed today's show. I'm Nevena Maric, and thank you for watching DrewTube, Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be. But before we end the show, remember to subscribe to DrewTube. We wish you all the best.
And see you next show. See you next show. Remember, subscribe to DrewTube.
DrewTube
Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be.
DrewTube is #1. That's official.
Subscribe to DrewTube. That's the word from the street.